When this girl finished making her wish, her grandfather died. This is one of those things that can make you happy. Magic box of 7 wishes. But every time a wish is granted, there is a price to pay for it. Lucy was bullied at school. Moreover, the scene of her being bullied was filmed and posted online. Lucy took the box and began to make her first wish. At the same time, the female student who bullied her also began to rot. This also prevented her from going to school. The box fulfilled Lucy's wish, but her dog died suddenly that day. Because she loved puppies, Lucy felt very sad. When she opened her computer to go online, she saw her Adonis, who has long ago had a girlfriend. Lucy took the box again, then made a second wish. She wanted her Adonis to love her. The next day, her Adonis and his girlfriend broke up, then actually pursued Lucy, but she didn't know that the box was open. Moreover, her grandfather suddenly fell in the bathtub and died. Turned out, each time this box granted a wish, it killed one of her closest relatives. When Lucy returned home, her father told her, Grandpa passed away and left some property, but that property didn't have their names on it. Lucy really wanted to inherit that fortune, because to become a rich kid. So, she made a third wish. She hoped to inherit all of her grandfather's fortune. By the next day, her wish was fulfilled. Lucy and her father have moved out of their old house and came to live in a mansion of 5,000 square meters. They even bought a luxury car. This also changed Lucy's life completely. She started taking her best friends shopping, going to beauty salons, and then eating delicious dishes. At night, Lucy discovered the box was open. It was also at this time that the neighbor who was cooking rice suddenly died strangely. Then, the box slowly closed again. Everything was back to normal. This made Lucy feel very strange. She went online to find out, but it was all in Chinese. She reached out to international student Awei, hoping he could help her. Awei took Lucy to her cousin's house. As it turns out, his cousin was an antiques researcher, but watching for half a day, she still didn't understand what this was. Could only take pictures, then ask Chinese experts to help them research, then tell them to go home and wait for the news. This is a magic box. Each time it would kill a person, then help her fulfill a wish. Lucy, on her way home, saw her father picking up trash in front of the school gate. This made her feel very embarrassed. After returning home, Lucy began to wish for her fourth wish. She hoped her father was a genius. The box immediately granted her wish. That night, at their house there was a music party. Her father suddenly became someone who knew about music. This made Lucy, in front of her friends, felt very proud. Also at this time, Awei's cousin checked the information. Turns out the words on the box were the curses of each aspiration. It would kill a close relative. She was about to call Lucy, but found that there's no response. She immediately went upstairs to call Awei to tell him about this, then tell him that if she throws away the box, her wishes will be invalidated. After making the 7th wish, the owner of the box will die. Before she could finish speaking, the phone fell. Tomorrow, Awei went to his cousin's house, found her dead. Awei rushed to school to tell this to Lucy, but she didn't believe it. Or maybe she just didn't want to believe it, because after all, the box succeeded in granting her wishes. Though Lucy is living in a mansion and driving a luxury car, but at school, she still did not receive a welcome from her friends. She was even scolded online. After Lucy got home, she started wishing again. She wants everyone loves her. In the evening, Lucy immediately received an invitation to a party from her classmates, and she was the heroine of that party. Everyone welcomes her. Lucy told her friends about the box, but they didn't believe it. They see it as fictitious. Later, when they were walking down the street, the box was opened again. The elevator suddenly had a problem. Her best friend inside was directly dropped. Seeing this scene with her own eyes, Lucy finally believed in the curse of the box. This was her fault. Her friend now also believed this was the curse of the box. Also at this time, Awei found Lucy. The box has already fulfilled Lucy's 5 wishes. It also killed 5 relatives besides her. After reaching the 7th wish, it will kill Lucy. Years ago, the box had different owners. Finally, they all die. This made Lucy feel very scared. They decided to destroy the box. So, they threw it into the fire. But burning it for a whole day didn't do any good. They used hammer to strike. Awei felt powerless, unable to break it. They had no choice but to leave the box in the closet. But by the next day, the box was gone. This also made the wishes invalid. Lucy's property was also confiscated, and they returned to the old house. Lucy rode her old car to school again. When she went to school, she was bullied by her classmates. The hot boy didn't like her either. These things make it difficult for Lucy to accept. Compared to the previous day, she can do whatever she wants to do. While washing hands, Lucy discovered the box was stolen by her best friend. Did you steal it? You cannot escape it. Turns out, when her best friend saw their friend die in front of them, she realized that the curse was real, because to protect Lucy, it can only be stolen. Lucy took the box away. On the way, she met Away. He told her to throw the box away, but she didn't listen. It's like being hit by magic. After she got home, Lucy felt very scared. She had no control over her desire, but made a wish. Was wishing her dead mother would come back to life. Opening the door, her mother came back to life. Moreover, she also brought her 2 younger sisters. Her family was very happy. Her family celebrated her birthday. While she was packing, found a picture. Turns out, the previous owner of the box was her mother. Because she made her 7th wish, the box killed her mother. At this very moment, the box was opened, and Lucy looked at her father downstairs. She immediately understood. The one who died this time was her father. She rushed down to stop, but it was too late. Lucy rushed back to her room. She thought of a way to solve the curse, and said the 7th wish take her back to the day her father found the box. When Lucy regained consciousness, she found that her beloved dog was back. Her father was not dead. She really went back in time, so those who are cursed can come back to life. Before her father, she found the box. After that, she went to Away and asked him to help me handle the box. Thought that such a story was over, but Lucy still had to die, because the 7th wish has already been granted. If there was such a magic box, what would you wish? To avoid the curse and make your wish come true? My name is Venha. See you next week.